when I met you pretty quickly after, like within like a week or two, I think you sent me a link to Murder on My Mind by Melly. Mm-hmm. How'd you meet Melly, and how'd you know about the song and first become aware of the song?
Shit, really, dog, with Melly, everybody was kind of just like, everybody got locked up. Black Kodak got locked up, Jack got locked up, and it was just like, damn, a lot of shit was going on in the city with just the police and all type of extra shit.
Florida, not a great place to be a rapper, realistically. The cops are looking at you.
It was just a lot of shit. So I'm married too. So me and my wife, I was married early since I was like 23,
really?
24.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so me and my wife decided to like move to Orlando to use some of the money we had to open up like gold teeth shop, because everybody wear gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? Gold money girls. So me and my wife and my cousins and my peoples, my brothers and stuff, I just decided to move to Orlando. When I moved to Orlando, I just started hanging with a couple jits and one day I had a dude, I'm like, damn, bro, you kind of talented. Like, you kind of talented. Like, boom, let me put you in the studio, da-da-da. So he did a song, and the song was fire. I'm like, oh, shit, this man really raw. But after he did the song, I called John Wicks, which is Kodak brother, and I was managing him too, so I would use his Instagram to put the song up, because brother, what, didn't know nobody. When I put the song up, man, everybody commenting on there, like, you could see people was like, yo, that's this Melly song, y'all not giving him credit, da-da-da. So I'm like, who the fuck is Melly? It wasn't even YNW, it was just Melly. I'm like, who the fuck is Melly? So I click on it, it's like, all right, yo, this is about 30, 40 comments. Man, I'm not gonna have my dog wake up and look crazy, like, damn, Track, what you post on my page? Like, what they talking about? So I archived it, and then I looked, and then his mom, Melly mom, DM the page and was like, yo, that's my son. Oh, can you please give him a listen? You know, he's locked up right now.
But so you posted a different song, or you posted Melly's song?
I didn't even know that was Melly's song. Like, the kid that I was working with, that I wanted to put in the studio, because I felt like he was good, did a song. He did the beat, everything. But he told me it was his song, but he really took Melly's whole song. I didn't know who Melly was.
That's so crazy.
It was actually called Legendary.
Okay.
It was one of Melly's old songs. Before Melly had millions of views, it was like low.
Right.
So I guess because Melly from the area he's from is not too far from Orlando, so they know about him. I didn't know about him. At that time, he didn't reach Broward or nothing yet. He was just still kind of very small in his little area.
Wow, okay.
So when I put it on John Wick's Instagram, which is no more known because the Sniper Gang and all that, I seen people was commenting Melly.
Right, okay.
So his mom hit me up in the inbox, and I'm like, damn, let me tell her I didn't, it wasn't like that. I'm gonna re-put it up and credit him. So I re-put it up and I said YNW Melly free. No, not YNW Melly. I put Melly freestyle.
Okay.
So kind of situate that, and that's the first time I even heard about Melly.
Wow. So then, how do you go about tapping in and learning more about him from there?
Shit, he was locked up. So what happened? I told him, mom,
he was already locked up.
Okay. Melly been locked up. Like, he was locked up. So this was early, like 2018. 2017, like 2018. So he just turned 18 at that time. So he was about to come home. I told the mom, send me some music, and then I was playing the music. I told my wife, because at that time I was kind of like, man, I'm chilling with the music. Let me just open up a gold business, make some money. I got some little bread from the Sniper Gang clothing line, and when everything's situate, I'll try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my wife, does she like the music? And she listened to it, and she actually loved it. I'm like, oh shit! Like, she don't really like a lot of music, hip hop, but she really liked the song 772 Love. So I'm like, bro, if you like that song, and I look at that like that's big, because you don't really like a lot of shit like that I like. So let me go see what it is. So I went. I told his mom to put me on visitation. I went on visitation, and when I went to the jail for the first time, he recognized me. He was like, "Oh shit, you Sniper Gang Track? Damn, that's crazy, bro." Like, I'm like, "Damn, you know me? I ain't know." He knew me. I wasn't like this. I was small as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Yeah, that's crazy. You be moving with Kodak, with Sniper Gang." So that shows too, like, bro, just being around Kodak just helped. Kind of just gave you just a face. Like, yeah, I had to put a lot of work, but he still gave me that cosign for someone like him who's from a whole different city to be fucked up about me just because I'm with that organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like if you could have all the talent in the world, but until one person who's somewhat known or notable trusts you, then it's so hard to convince other people that they should trust you. And once you had one successful artist, or once you had worked with a couple successful artists, all of a sudden the world's your fucking oyster, because everybody's looking at Track like, damn, Track has been successful with a bunch of different artists,
facts.
so we should probably give him the benefit of the doubt.
Nah, facts. And when I met Melly, bro, like after just him just being excited, and then I just got to know him, because a lot of people don't know I worked with Melly a year before he came home, and I did a lot of behind the scenes stuff with me and my wife, and Drew
you got him
filmed it.
signed.
Yeah, like me, my wife, and Drew filmed it. Like we kind of like.
Oh, you've been down with Drew that long? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had Drew when he was 17.
Okay.
Drew was actually the president of my company, of 100K.
We're gonna get into all that for sure. Yeah.
So me and Drew and we were just working videos, doing stuff before he even came home. And the reason why I'm so messed up by Melly, and like I got so much love for him away from the music, there's somebody I visited like 2 days every week for a year straight, and had nothing to do but talk about what we're gonna do when he come home. And he's so messed up by me, because it's like I came there saying all this stuff we're gonna do, and he came home and we did everything through God's blessing, of course, the same way. So he's like, yo, like, this is crazy. How you know this was gonna happen? But I didn't know this man was a mega star. I didn't know he was like the most talented person like I ever seen, like with music and how he think and how he move. So it ended up working out to where, yo, when he came home, this man got so huge, and we gained a brotherhood, and he was around everybody. So if you met Melly, you met me, because we wasn't just management. It was like, it's my brother. That's who I was moving with every day for like a whole 2 years straight. So,
and you guys have a unique relationship in the studio that I had never seen before, where Melly would literally go into the booth. I've talked about this before, but he'll go into the booth, spit, freestyle, crazy shit, like not even trying to stay on beat, just howling some wild ass shit. And he'll do that for 15 minutes. And then I would see you just go over by the engineer and just be like whispering to the engineer, like, all right, nah, take that part, move this part here, put that part right next to that part. And it was like Melly wasn't even concerned with what your editing process was. He completely he bared his soul to the world, and then he allowed you to edit it down.
Yeah, facts. And we made a couple hits like that.
Yeah.
We made a couple hits like that. And
so it wasn't always like that. That was just the one that I saw.
No, because Melly, the type of artist, he has so much music written.
Right.
He would have records that he already have. And then he'd have days where he's just on liquor, he's just having fun, and he just do what he do. And I'm like, man, let me go structure this so we don't waste time.
Right.
And we did a couple things like that, and it just became a thing where he was like, go ahead. Like, and now it's like all my artists kind of let me do that, and I done really generated a lot of hits just from having a different ears of it. But you gotta remember too, bro, like I'm used to just being around a lot of talented artists, cause like recording, being in the studio with a lot of, so I kind of know when certain things go in certain places will make good. So,
but you didn't even did you have Melly signed to a management contract when you were visiting him in prison that much? And like, how much confidence did you have that this guy was really going to be that important of an artist to you? Because a lot of people would not visit a guy in prison one time, never mind twice a week for a year, dude. That's crazy.
I think I fell in love with him as a person.
Right.
And then when he came home, I realized how talented he was. And we was already so just messed up about each other. Like, really, like, that's my world, like, for real, like. And we, you know what I'm saying? And I know he feel the same way. So from there, we didn't have no agreements, but we was already so tight, bro. Like, when we came, we just situated all the business, like, everywhere. Like, he's my partner with YNW. You know what I'm saying? I'm his partner with YNW. I involve him with a lot of stuff with 100K. Like, it's just, I just try to do whatever. So if we could have real estate together, whatever. Like, that's just somebody I really fell in love with as a person.
It's crazy because you learned the whole game through him, basically, though, right? Like, you were doing stuff behind the scenes besides just getting him signed. Like, what kind of stuff were you able to do while he was locked up? And then once he gets out, how much did it change? And how much did you then have to learn about what to do with an artist that's blowing up that fast?
It's really, bro, a lot. And before he came home, we were just doing a lot of videos and a lot of footage, trying to throw parties, like free him, passing out flyers. So we was doing all the groundwork, and then I booked him for like 5 shows. Right when he came home, I didn't wait for nobody to book him. I gave him $2,000 out of my own pocket so he could do shows, so he could feel good about himself as an artist. So I just think I just did the simple layouts, and then he became so big, I ended up getting help. So I ended up working with my partners, C'est La Vie, that we work with him, and they kind of helped me grow as an executive too.
So that's another management company that you kind of partnered with on him, or?
I have just a good friend like that I work with.
Okay.
With Melly, and we have a couple other acts together, but we are on different companies.
Did it become something where he was such a big artist that there were levels to the management that you just kind of realized, like, I'm not ready for all this. I need to get help?
Never.
Oh, okay.
It just he was such a big artist that I was like, shit, bruh, if somebody could make him get bigger with me,
yeah,
I'm unselfishly will do it, because it's not about the money, because I know where I want him to be.
Right.
And then but I feel like anything we could have did, we would have did it the same way, because all we did was drop music, record videos, and travel.
Right.
There's nobody that did nothing. There's no super X factor that had to happen for him to become successful like that. I think his talent made him bigger like that, and his situation with the case kind of broke him a lot of barriers. Just
a random song I wanted to ask about. Were you around when he made the Suicidal song?
Yeah.
That song stands out to me as like one of his, I think it's incredible. I think it's one of his best songs. Yeah. And also just something kind of different from him. Like, what was the tone in the room like when he made that song?
We actually almost got in a fight.
Really?
Yes. That day.
How come?
Because he's hard-headed and I'm hard-headed, and he raw and I'm raw. So he's doing this song. I'm like, bro, this shit raw, but I feel like you need to put this part in there. He like, nah, I don't like this part. Guess what part was it gonna make the song he wanted to take out?
What?
I'm sipping Hennessy.
Oh yeah, that's a legendary part.
He didn't want to put that part. So me and him literally almost got in a fight with like, bro, put that part. He was like, no. And he's like, bro, man, I got this, bro. Like, I'm gonna do that. I'm like, damn, I know you got this, but don't trust me. Like, so
wow.
He ended up being like, all right, bro, because I know you and I know me. Fuck it. I'm gonna leave this part for you. End up working.
Incredible.
So it's like, now he's like, damn, bro, I was tripping, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
Even Drew filmed it. Like, he was like, he didn't like his tag. If Drew didn't film it, he didn't film right. I'm like, no, bro, keep that tag. Like, that's how you gonna get raw.
Oh, that's a legendary tag, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got a good judgment.
It be certain little things like that I'll do little things like that to make it work. So I don't be the reason why it goes crazy because it's all him, but just that little inputs of their career or their little things make a big difference.
Who put Melly with Kanye? How'd that happen? Kanye.
Yeah.
He reached out and said, I want to work with this guy?
Yeah, we didn't even believe it.
Wow.
Because he hit up, his homeboy hit up Melly and was like, hey, bro, Kanye want to work with you. Melly like, man, check this out. I don't believe this shit. I'm like, man, call these people, bro. See, it might be real. Like, Kanye, he's just a regular dude.
Right.
So we called, and he was like, yeah, bro, I messed up by Melly. Flew us in. And we did it, and we linked up.
Worked on that song, or did they work on a couple songs? Or?
Melly really, Mixed Personality was already a record that he was there.
Okay.
And Kanye wanted to jump on it. I told him no. Like, nah, bro, you can't jump on that song.
Really?
Yeah. Like, most people would probably been fanned out.
Yeah.
I said, nope, because we about to drop a tape. If you ain't going to commit to doing the feature and doing the video, then, bro, no, you can't jump on the song. He looked at me like, everybody looked at me like, did he just tell Kanye this? I'm like, shit, yeah. Like, this is, I like this song. What the hell?
Right.
And he ended up like, nah, you got my word. And that conversation allowed a video to happen, release, distribution, points, all type of stuff.
Wow.
So see, gotta be real.
Was Kanye weird about exactly what he would do for the video? Because I noticed, and it's a Lyrical Lemonade video, shout out to Cole, but I noticed that there was only like one scene with Kanye in it. Like, he only wanted to be seen in like a very certain way in the video, it almost felt like?
There was about 2 scenes with Kanye.
Okay.
Of course, Ye is very opinionated, and there's a couple scenes he didn't like. So, of course, a couple scenes got taken out.
Really?
But, man, Ye is an amazing person. Just for him to do that video, bro, much respect and love. Like,
yeah.
I got nothing but respect for Ye because he didn't have to do that.
Right.
He literally. And, bro, you know, this was rushed. Like, it felt like Melly was the bigger artist. How Ye moved for us.
Right.
That's raw, bro, because he's so big, he didn't have to do that. So we got a lot of respect for him for that. Like, he came through for Ye's a real one.
Yeah. And I mean, that album in general, like, I think that album, when it dropped, was when I really realized, as somebody who had known him for a while, like, oh shit, this is actually like one of the best artists of this generation. Like, this is a real, like, this album is way beyond what I knew that he was capable of at that time.
Facts.
How much were you involved in that and like picking the records and all that kind of shit?
Me and Melly do everything together. I'm actually just, bro, in depth and with every artist that I'm with that's on my roster. Music, I look like, bro, I'm in there. Like, I'm in, make sure the studio, I make sure the songs get. Now I don't play about the music, cause that's what makes you a mega star. That's what makes you a life-changing artist, is the music. So I'm very in depth. Business wise, I'm very in depth in it, but I got a staff of like 18 to 20 people to help me move my company daily.
Right.
So I expanded big to where I don't have to focus on the little small details.
Right.
But music, I'm heads in. I'm in the studio as much as an artist. I'm actually probably more in studio than majority artists.
Right.
And I don't even rap.
And that's what I think is so interesting about how hands-on you are with shit. Is like, as a manager, as a person, like, I've been in the studio with artists mad times, and I've always thought, like, I could stick my neck out right here and tell them to do that part different, but at the end of the day, it ain't my artist, so I'm not really super pressed about telling them like, yo, you should fix this one line and make this line sound different. But you sound like you're super comfortable letting people know when you don't think that they're performing to their full capabilities, right?
Hey, bro, listen, bro. Me and my artists, clients, whatever you want to, they my brothers. For real, we real deal brothers. Like, if I'm older, then I'm the older brother. If they're older, then I'm the younger brother, whatever. But we real deal talk, like, and they respect and trust my judgment. Like, I never had that issue.
I think having that rapport is like such a key thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Being comfortable saying, well, what if this part was different, whatever. Because, especially with the way artists perform or do music now, it's like they pretty much usually just freestyle and just go off the top in the booth. They don't sit there and study and write a fucking whole crazy verse. And so because of that, a lot of times they just go unchecked. They put whatever. Like, you having the willingness to go in there and edit shit and like actually get down in there, because they haven't necessarily really thought about their shit rationally.
No, facts. I'm in there, bro. I love music. I'm gonna be in there. I'm decent. Okay. I love music. I'm definitely gonna be in there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So obviously we got to be very careful about how we talk about this part of the story. But at the height of Melly's career, the case comes down.
Yeah.
How do you like, what does your job then become in that moment when your biggest artist is all of a sudden having this crisis legally?
Being his brother, being his someone he could call, and being someone that making sure things get done that need to get done. Because it's a situation that I feel like should never happen, because this is an innocent man, like, but America have it so backwards that we're guilty to proven innocent. So he's gonna have to be locked up, waste a lot of money at the height of his, at the good place in his career, had to figure it out as a team, because he had to prove his innocence to America.
Right.
Which is fine, but ain't nothing different changed, but just making sure the music is on point, making sure the release is getting done, making sure he's comfortable, making sure his business day-to-day and his personal day-to-day stuff is getting done. Like, at the end of the day, like I said, we have a way deeper relationship than business. So I'm going to be a brother first, and then everything else going to be happen.
Do you feel like the cops were out to get him, targeting him to an extent? When I had a conversation with him when he first got out of jail the first time, and that was basically how his attitude was. It was like, man, these cops fucking hate me.
It's the city, though, Broward.
They don't like all these
that's how
rich rappers coming out of the city, right?
On the truth, guys, don't look at it so big. Like, oh, this man is in jail for this case, allegedly this and that. Listen, bro, y'all look at it like that. You know how we look at it? Like, damn, bro, they just wasted time. He'll be home.
Really?
It's not that deep. It's really not.
You've always had this confidence. Ever since I first spoke about it to you, you said, Adam, he's coming home.
Yeah, they like to waste your time, bro. It's cool. It's just now we learn to just don't even like make those situations even near where they can even come touch you, because you know that man didn't kill his two friends. Y'all know that. Like, they tatted on his face. We on a come up. That's his brothers from the same place. Come on, man. Like, but it is what it is. You know,
right.
You can't fight the system. You just got to correct yourself.
And I mean, it's gonna look like the most tragic waste of a couple of years of somebody in their prime And you know what's really fucked up too is that the cops in this case in particular, they really came out with so much information, like as if they were trying to convince the people in
media.
advance. Yeah,
Yes,
like they didn't hold out and wait for the jury. It felt very much like, oh damn, like the cops really want me to believe that this is how this went down.
They gonna convince you in the media, but there's no prosecutor or judge, you know, powerful than God. And if you're innocent, you're innocent. So
okay,
that's it.
Free Melly.
That part.